Assalamu alaikum, everyone, and welcome back to Next Gen Lab. I'm Projukti, your AI co-host, and I'm really glad you're here for part 2. How much of what you see online every day is actually real? Not obviously fake, not clearly made up, but carefully designed to make you feel something before you have had a single second to think. If you watched this week's story episode, you already know what happened when Mira scrolled without thinking and shared without checking. Today, we go deeper into exactly why that happens and what you can do about it. In this masterclass, we cover 2 things: how your feed is built to manipulate your emotions and your self-image, and what deepfakes and AI impersonation actually look like, so you can spot them and protect yourself. The internet gives you reach. This masterclass gives you judgment. ঠিক আছে? চলো।
Think about the last time you opened Facebook, TikTok, or YouTube. You did not choose what appeared first. Something was already there waiting for you. A video, a post, a story about something that happened somewhere, and within seconds you were already watching, already scrolling, already reacting. Here's what most people your age, and honestly most adults too, do not fully realize. That feed was not random. Every single piece of content that appears in front of you was put there by an algorithm, a set of rules that a platform built to decide what you see. And the number one thing that algorithm is designed to do is not to inform you. It's not to educate you. It's not to show you the most accurate or most important content. Its only job is to keep you on the platform as long as possible. Your feed is not a window to the world. It is a mirror designed to show you what keeps you watching. Content that makes you feel something. Outrage, fear, excitement, disbelief, keeps you scrolling longer than content that simply informs you. So the algorithm learns very quickly what makes you react, and it sends you more of it, whether it is true or not. Here's something worth trying. Take any topic that is in the news right now. Search for it on 2 different pages or channels that you know have different points of view. Read what each one says. Look at the images they choose. Read the headlines. You will find the same event, the exact same thing that happened in the real world, can look completely different depending on who is telling the story and what they want you to feel about it. This is not always deliberate deception. Sometimes it is just the angle a creator chose. But sometimes content is deliberately edited, clipped out of context, or combined with unrelated footage to create a false impression. And your algorithm will happily serve you whichever version gets more engagement, regardless of which one is closer to the truth. The smarter move is to treat any single source the same way you would treat any single witness to an event. They saw something, they're telling you what they saw, but one witness is never the whole story. So what do you actually do when something appears in your feed and you want to share it? There's one habit that changes everything. Before you tap share, pause. Ask yourself one question. Do I actually know this is true, or does it just feel true? Strong emotion before sharing is a warning sign, not a green light. If something makes you want to immediately react and share it, that feeling is exactly what the algorithm designed the content to create. That feeling is the moment to slow down, not speed up. Now, let me show you a tool that makes this check fast and simple. A free tool from Google that searches a database of fact checks from credible organizations around the world. Type in a claim, a headline, or a name, and it shows you whether independent fact checkers have verified or debunked it. Go to toolbox.google.com/factcheck/explorer on your phone or computer. Type the headline or claim you want to check into the search bar. Read what fact checkers found. You will see the source, the rating, true, false, or misleading, and a link to a full explanation. Takes less than 60 seconds. You can also do a simple reverse image search. If a photo looks dramatic or suspicious, right-click it on a computer. If a photo looks dramatic or suspicious, select search image on right-click on it on a computer or on your phone. Hold the image on Google Lens, or on your phone, hold the image and choose search. This shows you where that image originally came from, where that image originally came from, different contexts, and where it has been used in different contexts before. These two tools together take about 1 minute. 1 minute before sharing something to 900 followers. That 1 minute is the difference between being someone who spreads information and someone who spreads misinformation. Let's talk about the other kind of content filling your feed. Not news, not information, the lifestyle content, the creators, the influencers. You already know on some level that what you see on social media is not the full picture, but knowing it and really feeling it are two different things. So let us make it concrete. A single 30-second reel might involve 2 hours of filming from different angles, 15 to 20 takes of the same moment, lighting equipment that costs more than a year of school fees, a ring light positioned specifically to eliminate shadows on the face, editing in CapCut or Premiere Pro that removes the awkward pauses, the stumbles, the retakes, a filter applied at the end that smooths the skin, brightens the eyes, and evens the tone. What you see in 30 seconds is the product of all of that. The influencer's actual Tuesday looks nothing like the content posted on Tuesday. And now there is something new worth knowing. Some accounts that look like real people are not real people at all. AI-generated influencer personas, fully artificial characters with consistent looks, personalities, and posting schedules are already operating on major platforms and gaining real followers who do not realize they are following a computer-generated image. The person you admire online may have taken 2 hours to create 30 seconds, or they may not exist at all. Here is the unfair comparison that happens when you spend time in a feed full of that kind of content. You see someone's most produced, most filtered, most perfect moment, and you compare it automatically without realizing you're doing it to your own ordinary Tuesday. Your real face in the mirror, your actual house, your real life without a ring light or a filter or 20 retakes. Research consistently shows that heavy social media use, particularly content involving physical appearance and lifestyle, is connected to lower self-esteem in teenagers. Not because the teenagers are weak or insecure, because the comparison is structurally unfair. You are measuring your reality against someone else's production. Knowing this does not make the feeling go away, but it does give you something important, the ability to name what is happening when it happens. When you feel that uncomfortable pull of comparison after scrolling for a while, you can recognize it for what it is. Not a measurement of your worth, a complete, predictable response to an unfair comparison. Let's talk about filters. Not the fun ones that add dog ears or sunglasses, the beauty filters. The ones that smooth your skin, enlarge your eyes, slim your face, and brighten your complexion. Here is what those filters are actually doing under the surface. They are not enhancing your face. They are replacing features of your face with a statistically average version of what the algorithm has determined is considered attractive, based on the data it was trained on, which means it reflects the biases of that data. The beauty standards of one culture, one moment in history, trained into a filter that gets applied to faces from every culture, every background, every age. The face looking back at you through a beauty filter is not a better version of you. It is the algorithm's idea of a genetic attractiveness standard applied over your actual face. That does not mean you cannot use filters. They can be fun and creative, but there is a real difference between using a filter as a creative tool and using it because you feel like your unfiltered face is not good enough to be seen. First is a creative expression. The second is a habit worth noticing. Use filters because you want to, not because you feel you have to. Follow creators who are intentional about showing both the polished version and the real one, who disclose when something is edited, filtered, or sponsored. That transparency is becoming more common, and it is worth seeking out. When you watch a video of someone speaking, how do you know the person in the video actually said those words? How do you know the face is real and that those words came from the person on that day? For most of human history, the answer was simple. You trusted your eyes and ears. Seeing was believing. But that is no longer reliable, and the technology that changed it has a name. A deepfake is a video, image, or audio clip in which artificial intelligence has been used to replace or manipulate a real person's face, voice, or words, making it appear that they said or did something they never actually said or did. The name comes from combining deep thinking, the AI technique used to create them, and the word fake. Deep fakes have existed for a few years, but the technology has improved so rapidly that content which would have taken a specialist weeks to create can now be produced by almost anyone with a smartphone and the right app in a matter of minutes.
So how do you spot a deepfake? There are 4 things to look for. None of them are foolproof on their own, but together they give you a much better chance of catching something that is not real. First, watch the eyes. Deepfakes often struggle with natural blinking. The person may blink too rarely, too often, or at slightly wrong moments. The eyes may also not track realistically. They might seem slightly glazed or unfocused compared to how real eyes move during conversation. Second, look at the edges of the face. The boundary where the face meets the hair, the neck, or the background is where deepfake technology most often breaks down. Look for slight blurring, a faint halo effect, or edges that seem to shift or flicker when the person moves. Third, watch the mouth and listen at the same time. A slight delay? In lower quality deepfakes, the mouth movements do not perfectly match the audio. A slight delay, an unnatural lip shape, or sounds that do not quite match the movements are all warning signs. Fourth, look at the background. Deepfake technology often focuses on the face and spends less processing power on the surroundings. Backgrounds may warp slightly, blur inconsistently, or show repeated patterns that do not look natural.
Now, let us be direct about consequences, because this matters. Creating a deepfake of a real person, especially a classmate, a teacher, or anyone in your community, and sharing it publicly is not a prank. It is not creative content. It is the digital equivalent of putting words in someone's mouth and broadcasting those words to everyone they know, and even everyone they don't know. The harm is real, even when the video is fake. A deepfake showing a classmate saying something they never said can destroy a friendship overnight. It can damage a reputation that took years to build. It can cause serious emotional harm to the person targeted. And in a tight community, a school, a neighborhood, a family network, that kind of damage spreads fast and lasts long. Beyond the social harm, laws around this are changing fast. In many countries, including parts of South Asia, non-consensual deepfakes are now criminal offenses. Platforms are required to remove the content and are increasingly cooperating with law enforcement. Age is not always a protection. The legal consequences are real, and they are growing. The video is fake, the harm is real, the legal consequences are real. Deepfakes are about video and images, but there is a related threat that works through text and voice. It is called AI impersonation, and it is already happening to teenagers right now. AI impersonation means using artificial intelligence to clone someone's writing style, voice, or appearance to pretend to be that person. It can look like a message from your best friend asking to borrow money urgently because they are in trouble. It can sound like a voice note from a family member saying they are stranded somewhere and need help immediately. It can look like a message from a teacher asking you to send personal information or meet somewhere after school. These messages are designed to create urgency. Urgency is the tool. When you feel that you must act immediately, you are less likely to stop and question whether what you are reading or hearing is real. AI voice cloning in particular has become extremely accessible. A realistic clone of someone's voice can now be created from as little as 30 seconds of audio that exists publicly online. A video, a voice note, a recording. You do not need to give anyone permission for your voice to be cloned. It can be done from content you have already posted. So what do you actually do? Here are 3 practical habits that protect you. 1. Establish a family code word. This is a word or phrase that only your immediate family knows, that you would use to verify identity in an emergency. If you receive a call or a message from someone claiming to be a family member in trouble, ask for the code word. No AI impersonation can guess a word that was never said publicly. 2. Treat urgency as a warning sign. Whenever a message creates pressure to act immediately, before thinking, before verifying, that urgency in itself is a red flag. Legitimate emergencies can survive a 60-second pause to verify. Scams and impersonation attempts cannot. 3. Verify through a different channel. If you receive a suspicious message on WhatsApp, call the person directly on their known number. If you get an email from a teacher, check with a classmate or go to the school. Never respond to an urgent request through the same channel it arrived or without verifying through another route first. Truecaller is a widely used caller ID and spam detection app that identifies unknown calls, flags suspected scam numbers, and blocks unwanted calls. Particularly useful in Bangladesh, where the app has a large database of local numbers. To use it, download Truecaller free from the Google Play Store or Apple App Store. Allow it to identify incoming calls. When an unknown number calls claiming to be someone you know, Truecaller will show you whether that number has been flagged as spam by other users. Always cross-check with the known contact's actual saved number. If you see a deepfake or impersonation content involving yourself or anyone you know, here's exactly what to do. Step 1. Screenshot and document. Before you do anything else, take a screenshot of the content, including the account name, the date, and any identifying information. This evidence is important if you need to report it formally. Step 2. Report it to the platform. Every major platform, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, has a reporting system for non-consensual or manipulated content. Use it. Platforms are legally required to review and act on these reports. The removal process exists. Use it. Step 3. Tell a trusted adult immediately. Not after you have tried to handle it yourself. Immediately. A teacher, a parent, a guardian, a school counselor. This is not a situation to navigate alone, and it is not something to be embarrassed about. The person who created the content is responsible for it. You are not. Screenshot, report, tell. In that order, right away.
That brings us to the end of today's episode. We covered a lot of information today. 2 acts, 2 big ideas. Your feed is not showing you the world. It is showing you a version of the world designed to keep you watching. And before you share anything, pause. Then ask yourself, do I actually know this is true, or does it just feel true? You learned that deepfakes are real, that they are not harmless pranks, and that they are already in places teenagers visit every day. And now you know what to look for to uncover a deepfake, or AI impersonation, and exactly what to do if you ever see a deepfake. In our next episode, we cover what happens to your personal data when you use AI tools, copyright, and what it actually means for student creators. And go over some tools you can use to create content that is completely yours, completely ethical, and completely as good as your imagination. Until then, keep learning, keep growing, and remember, technology is not the future, you are. Share this video with a friend, a classmate, a sibling, because good knowledge should never stop at one person. And make sure you are following Next Gen Lab on Facebook and YouTube so you don't miss an episode. Allah Hafiz, and we will see you next time. on Next Gen Lab. Goodbye!